Hello everyone and welcome back. I don't know if you remember this, but I said something around the lines of I will be doing another sunrise in mid-year. The next time you'll see me doing a sunrise is probably around July, August or so. Welcome to mid-year, and you can see it's really bloody cold. I'm currently in North Sydney. I just came out of the train station and I am going for a more simple sunrise, both because I don't exactly want to go out at the dead hours of the night. It's currently 5:30 a.m. I think. It's not that bad, and also it's in the middle of the bloody winter. I don't want to turn into a popsicle if I do go out to more, what's the word? I'd just say further away locations, because not really a fan of that. Anyway, I'm going to head down towards Lavender Bay. It's just a short walk downhill, so it shouldn't be too difficult. And it's going to be sheltered as well, so I'm expecting to be a little bit more warmer than usual sunrise photos, at least like the ones from before. Either way, I think it's about time we go on for some suffering, and oh boy, the camera is not even focusing. It's that dark. Anyway, let's get going. After a short walk, I have arrived at Lavender Bay Jetty. Those of you who have watched me for a while might remember this place from a very early video of mine. This one right here, I'll link it up. And I've arrived here a little bit earlier than expected, which is a great way to do it because things go from pitch dark like this to sunset colors in a matter of minutes. So setting up early is a pretty good solution or a way around it. Where I am right now is relatively safe and it is a pretty nice area. However, when you're going out alone, you inevitably do feel a bit spooked out sometimes, I suppose, because the road down here, despite it being short, despite it being well lit, is still a little bit well, it gives me the vibe of being unsafe, if you get what I mean. But either way, I don't think I can actually do some B-roll here first because, well, you can see it's pitch dark, so what's the point? So I might go on for the setup first and then we can do the B-roll later before I leave. Let's see about that. So I'll look around, see if I actually want to do the same thing, because last time I was here, I shot along these railings at, I think, 70mm with a 24-70, and I barely got the background in because everything was just too far away in other ways. So I'll see if I do the same thing. Probably will, but this time maybe with 100mm, or maybe use a wider angle. Let's see what I can do, but for now, let's go set up. Aside from looking really, really risky, because it actually is, this is actually not really that hard of a shot to set up. Now, everything is relatively stable. It's just that the light itself isn't really kicking in yet. There's still 15 minutes. However, I am not really that confident. The cloud cover is, well, non-existent. It's on the west side instead of the east. However, it's interfering with the reflections on the water surface and also the whole sky within itself. So it's looking very blue, very pale, and very purple, which isn't exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for those vibrant blues and vibrant yellows, which I'm getting some, but I'll have to wait for the sunrise to actually come up. In the meantime, I'll actually yap for a bit, maybe film some B-roll and do the whole behind the scenes. So let's take a look at what I'm using. 7200 f2.8 at little bit under 135mm. I tried 70, I tried 100, but it feels like a longer focal length actually suits this a bit more, if anything. At f7.1 to 8.0, because at this long of a focal length, it really doesn't matter what you're using because everything is going to get really, really blurred. However, I might adjust the aperture a little bit because I don't want everything to be too much in frame, to be very distracting, because all of this is very, very distracting in terms of the black Sydney Harbour Bridge compared to the black hair, everything kind of mixes together if I'm not careful. The lighting situation, as usual, is pretty atrocious. One light on top of the camera, the other light I'm going to be holding, so I'll set that thing on a timer and I'll be standing here or so, holding a light and shining on the face, and there's one flash at the back. I'm not too sure if I should use a flash or not, because I do want a bit of backlight, because as I said, black hair, dark color hair is really, really atrocious to shoot, and I'm not really confident in it looking not cheap. I'll elaborate further maybe sometime soon, but that's all I will say for now. Either way, everything looks stable, vertical composition. I want horizontal, but this is the better one because it shows the bridge better, it shows the whole walkway better, and this is what it is. All right, without further ado, let's take a look at the shot. I would say, I don't know, good enough. I think it looks good enough on the camera, but I don't know how it's gonna look because I don't even have the photo right now. It's still 15 minutes until the sun kicks in, so this is what it is. Editing me, add some thoughts down below, thank you very much. And I think I'll move on to the next one because I'm starving hungry and I need some breakfast and it is cold. Anyway, let's move on. I think this serves as a very good lesson to all of you that if you're doing photos, maybe give that a little bit more time before you pull in everything. See those orange, reddish lights right behind me? These are the sun rays I was talking about a while ago, and boy oh boy, I took down the doll, I took the camera away the moment I finished my photo because I was tired and I was a bit impatient. If I had waited a bit more, 10 or so more minutes, I could have gotten this shot instead. So yeah, the sunlight is here. I think it's because the cloud cover was all the way over there, and the moment the sun broke through from the cloud cover, the sun rays came in. They're actually later than I expected because I expected around 2 or 3 minutes right after sunrise time they would come in, but they came in around 7 or so, which is much later than expected. There is that as well. Yes, I'm trying to cope, but here you have to understand. There is, however, one risk factor though. You see that reflection over there, like right here or so? If I'm not careful, and I haven't tested that because, you know, I took down the camera already, if I were to do the photo right now, there would be very heavy lens flare, and I don't think it would have worked that great if the lens flare actually hit inside the camera. Because a 7200, it has a very complex optical formula, and the lens flare it causes might have ruined the photo. Yes, I know that's an excuse, but I have to bring this up. At the same time, however, I'm not seeing any high cloud cover over here, so there's no orange, there's no yellowish beams reflecting off the lights, reflecting off the clouds, so it might not be a very good photo. But either way, I think that's enough yapping for now. I need to go get breakfast and need to head to the next spot. So without further ado, let's go catch the ferry. After a quick train ride, I have arrived at McDonaldtown station, and I don't know if you can tell, but it is really, really sunny. It's not even 9 AM, but good God, the sun is already up. So the blue sky in the background is going to be a little bit harder to include in the photo in a lot of ways. However, I do think with a lot of stacking, I should be able to pull this off. I have actually been to the station before quite a while ago in a very old video of mine, and I do think that photo turned out to be one of the best of the last year, and I'm not sure this one's going to do the same because that one was shot near sunset and this is just blazing. I won't say midday, but it is kind of midday sun because Australian sun is just built different. I am probably going to shoot along this way with a 70mm or slightly above. Hopefully you can hear me because the trains here are really, really loud and I can do nothing about it. So maybe a long focal length along this way with a lot of stacking. I'm not sure vertical or horizontal yet, but likely I'll see what I can do because well, sometimes there's a lot of people in the station, not right now, but I am concerned that I will get a lot of stares, but I don't think it's a concern for me right now. I should be focusing on the photo first. Anyway, shoot along this way, do some B-roll, change the old clothes, so on and so on, and I will have to find maybe some time that there are no trains to shoot the behind the scenes because I do not want to have the trains in the background just going like all the way. Anyway, time to go in for changing and let's do the shot. I hope everyone understands how bad the situation is right now. The sun is blazing hot, the whole scene is backlit, I'm bloody sweating because I'm prepared for the morning chills, not right now, with the blazing hot sun. So I'm so fed up with this and I just want to get this shot done with. The camera itself is shaking a little bit because I was adjusting ISO instead of shutter speeds and all that. So stacking itself might be a little bit difficult, but I don't think it will be an issue because at least Photoshop knows what to do with its AI. Anyway, let's take a look at what I'm using. 7200 f2.8 at 100mm, slightly more compressed. I wanted to use vertical, but it just didn't vibe right. At f5.0, again, because of 100mm, everything is so compressed, everything is so blurred out that I'm not concerned in a way, but 5.0 seems like a sweet spot. 5.6, 6.3 seems like a little bit too much, and the poles in the back are black, again, like this morning. It interferes with the black hair, so it all becomes one thing, and I don't want that. I want some parts background separation. 2 flashes and no lights because the lights won't even matter in this situation. It's so backlit anyway. The lights, one in front is at 1/4 output and one in the back at half output, I think? Yeah, half output. And they're just working overclocking basically. I need to do a lot of stacking and the flashes themselves are just basically providing lighting for the darker parts of the body and the face, less so lighting up the whole subject itself because of the absolutely horrible sun. Everything seems all right, but I don't think I'll be stacking in a lot of trains like last time, so I'm pretty sure this photo won't look as good as the one I did before. But yeah, I think I picked the wrong timing and I wasn't very patient, so let's take a look at the shot. I'd say passable, decent, but nothing special. And I'm basically done. I'll just wrap up this place and get the hell out of here. So roll the outro. I am finally done for today, and it's a good timing because my mortal enemy, the wind, has started to roll in again. So it's lucky that I packed up my stuff early and I'm not getting bothered by this absolutely horrible weather. So what's the lesson for today? I would say patience, or in my case, the lack thereof, and the importance of timing as indicated by this absolutely horrible laser sun right behind me. I don't know how Australian sun does it. Sunrise was quite a few hours ago, but I don't expect it to be like midday level, and it's not even 10 right now. Good lord. If I had waited a little bit more this morning, for example, maybe 10 more minutes, I could have gotten a way better shot, but because I wanted to go have breakfast and want to come to this place slightly earlier, I kind of just rushed it a little bit, and right now I kind of regret it because if I had stuck around for just a little bit more, I could have gotten a way better shot under way better lighting conditions. So yes, I'm regretting it, but at the same time, I'll take what I can get. I'll let you on a little secret. I'm actually filming this right before I go out for another sunset tomorrow, so I really do need some sleep because I woke up at 3:30 this morning and your boy hasn't really slept that well at all. So I'm really tired right now. I don't know if you can tell. Before I end the video, I just want to say one more thing. If you're shooting dolls anywhere, basically, time your stuff correctly and don't be afraid to wait a little bit more. If you see a good sunset, give that a few more minutes, because a few more minutes or even 15 more minutes won't hurt, and staying that little bit longer might get you a way better shot than you expected. But that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching this absolutely horrible video to the very end. Like and subscribe if you want to see more of this. Leave a comment down below, let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Lemon out.